Good Friday morning, everyone. I am Vicki Edmondson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I hope everybody's had a good week since last Friday when I was on for a video. Today I am thinking fall. The weather here in North Carolina the last couple of days, the humidity has been a lot lower and the temperature outside has been like 68, 70, so it's made me think of fall. And with these new stamp sets that are out, I just wanted to play with them and make a pretty fall card for you. Fall will be here soon. So today we're going to use the black and white gingham ribbon for one. We will use the bow punch. We're going to be using this little leaf right here. We'll be using Cajun Craze ink. Using the Fall Leaf 3D embossing folder. That's a new embossing folder. It's so pretty. I'm going to use the Hello Harvest, this leaf here in the stamp set. We're going to be using that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and mount that on a block as we speak, so that'll be ready. The other is Charming Sentiments stamp set. I love this stamp set. It is the $1 Million stamp set designed by Lisa Curcio, and I love the sentiments in this set. It also has dies with it. Now, when I first got this, I was a little bit intimidated by it because there's so many sentiments, and these dies cut the sentiments out super close, and you'll see what I mean when I show you the sentiment that I have for the card. So I want to give you a little tip. I saw this a version of this on Facebook by someone, or I'm sorry, on YouTube by someone, and I did mine just a little bit different. But I took a piece of old cardstock. This is I forgot the name of it, but anyway, it's retired. I took all the stamps and stamped them on basic white, and then I cut them out, and you will see this is the sentiment we're going to use. And you see how close each one of these cut out around that? You have to get them just right in order to cut them out right. You'll see here I messed that one up, but I kept it anyway. But they all cut out very close, and when you're looking at these, it's very hard to decipher, for me, which one went with which stamp. So what I did, I took, after I stamped them, I cut them all out, I placed them on here, and I gave them a number. And number 1 goes with number 1 here. I used my label maker and made the numbers and laid them out like so. And then these two here, the two long ones on the side, or on this little sheet here, along with the other little dies that it has. That's what I did. I don't know if any of you guys have found a better way to designate which die goes with which stamp set, but for me, this was simple and easy. And then I just took these and put them on the inside layer and just put that thin sheet over the front. So we're going to use this one for the sentiment. Okay, and what we'll need is a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that and furnish it. For the inside, you're going to need a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. You'll need a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock for the outside layer that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this is what we're going to put in the embossing folder. And the way I did, I put it as far over to the left and down as I could. I wanted to get as much of this leaf effect in the image on this that I could. So that's where I laid mine at. Okay, and then you're going to need 3 pieces of basic black cardstock that are 2 5/8 by 7/8. You need 3 of those. And then for the DSP, I am using the Rustic Harvest DSP. This is so pretty. All fall colors, and these are the colors of cardstock that coordinate with it. It's in the July through December mini catalog 2022, and I'm going to use this DSP here today. Okay, and for that you'll need 3 pieces of that DSP, the Rustic Harvest, that are 2.5 by 1 3/4. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with it. I'm going to take the Cajun Craze, and I've already run the Mossy Meadow through, and you'll see when we adhere this down, you're going to have just a tiny border around. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue and put the glue on that. It's never too early to start your fall cards or your Christmas cards. In fact, I've already started some Christmas cards because I have some customers that buy cards from me each year for their clients for Christmas. So I've already started designing some of theirs and getting ready to make them because I have quite a few to make. Plus, if I'm in a craft show in October, which I was last year, and November, then I need some Christmas cards. Come on, glue. There we go. Okay, and you're going to have a little border around each of these. There you go. And while I'm doing this, I want to thank each and every one of you who watch my videos every week, who share my videos with your family and friends, so that I may gain more viewers, and the customers who buy from me. I appreciate it. If you do not have a demonstrator in the United States that you deal with, you currently work with, I certainly appreciate your orders and all you guys watching and commenting and sharing my videos. Okay? All right. So there's that. And now I'm going to take this and just lay these out and see which ones I want to go where, because I definitely want the pumpkins to show. So I think I'm going to do it like that. This one doesn't have a whole pumpkin showing, but it does have the stem and the leaves here. This one has that, and then you can see the pumpkin there. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to adhere these 2 down, and then we'll pop this other one up and put use that bow punch and put a leaf, attach a leaf to that center one that I'm going to pop up. Wonder how many of y'all have already started your fall and or Christmas cards. I like to get started early because I do have a lot to do. Okay, now this center one, I am going to I use the bow punch, and this little leaf here out of Cajun Craze, I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to use a mini glue dot to put that on with. Whoops, that tore, but that leaf, that stem is not going to show. Just try to be as careful as you can when you're doing that. And I want that to be about like that. Okay, and then we're going to use dimensionals to pop that up with. I'm going to take the end of take your pick tool, and you guys know before that I have told you a lot of times I'll cut my dimensionals in half. That way they go further. They last longer with the projects that you're going to make. Okay, and then I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna put a whole one right here in the middle to really hold that stem down, okay? And once that is done, then we'll take these off. Use the end of my take your pick tool. And this take your pick tool is a long tool, but I like to break mine down and make it shorter. For me, it's easier to work with. Okay. And then we will just put this, I'm going to eyeball it and center it right here. That looks good. Okay. And now the sentiment. Beyond Grateful is the one that I used, and I stamped it in Cajun Craze ink. And I'm going to use the dimensionals for that as well. And you can use mini dimensionals for this if you want. It's kind of little, but I just use mine that I have cut in half. Okay. And we'll take these off very quickly. And I don't want you guys to be intimidated by these dies because they are really pretty. And if you get a system sort of like what I did or whatever works best for you, it'll make it very easy and not have to worry and try to find that particular die with that sentiment as you're trying to create something or make multiples of something. This particular one, in fact, I am making multiples of, probably about 20 or 22 in another swap, and the theme was fall and or Halloween, but I'm doing a fall card, and they'll be our team swap. All right, now we're going to use the Cajun Craze in this beautiful leaf, and this is like a 3D or dimensional leaf. I'm going to stamp once and then twice, just like that. Use my chamois to clean it. I'm sure most of you have a chamois, simple chamois. If you don't, you need to get one because that is a great tool. Close my ink pad up, and then we will adhere this to the inside, and we'll be almost done with this card. Now, celebration is still going on through the end of August, and for every $50 you spend, you'll get a free item. Some of the items have already sold out. A couple of them have, but Stampin' Up! Has also introduced some other items that you can get, and I'll show you those. I'll get my celebration little booklet here. Okay, these are the additional celebration items that they have come out with because a few of these other items have sold out. These are really cute. I have several of these things already, but celebration does go through the end of August, and for every $50 or $100 you spend, you can get free items. I've made some really cute cards with this set of dies, and it coordinates with the Trees for Sale stamp set that's in the annual catalog, or the mini catalog, I'm sorry. So if you haven't placed an order and want to get some of these items, these are while supplies last through the end of August. So if you want to get something, just hop on over and place an order and pick out what you want. Okay, now I'm going to put a bow here. And this is a bow jig that my husband made for me. It's just a piece of wood with holes drilled in it and 2 little nails. And for me, I struggle with tying bows. So this little bow jig, I'll go slower. I've got a video that shows how to do this, but this is a thing for me. You wrap it around, go over, leave your little tail, go under, come back over, and then bring this tail through here and pull it tight, and then take it off your little bow jig and cut your tails here. I'll cut it there and decide if that's what how much I need. I can cut it again later. But it makes a cute little bow, perfect little bow. You don't have to fiddle with it. I just can't tie a bow for anything. So I'm gonna roll up a glue dot a little bit and put that right there in the center of the bow. And then I'm going to place it right here, just like so. And I think I will trim this one just a little bit to make it look more uniform. So there is your card for fall, the first fall card. Now, if you wanted to use Wink of Stella on the leaf, you certainly could do that. You could put some other embellishments on it if you want. You could use linen thread if you don't have the gingham ribbon. But that gingham ribbon is so cute. It makes a project look very nice. And you get 10 yards of this, so it goes a very long way. Okay, so there is the card for this Friday. I hope you guys will try this. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator that you currently deal with in the U.S., I would certainly appreciate your business. I will put all the measurements and all the items that I use down below this video, and you just click on the link and it'll take you right to my store to make a purchase. I would appreciate it, and I thank you all so very much again. I currently have over 300 subscribers now, and that's all because of you guys. And I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys do watch me each week. So until next Friday, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you then. Thank you. One more item. This is my host code for August. I almost forgot. Host code for August. If you do place an order and it's under $150, use this host code. And if it's over $150, don't use it. You will get, if your order is $150, you'll get $15 in free rewards from Stampin' Up. And when you place your order, you'll see that information on the order, on the screen when you're placing an order, and it gets to be over $150. And don't forget to get your free celebration items too. But if it's under $150, I'd appreciate you using that host code. Again, until next week, thank you guys so very much. Have a great week.